It started about 3 years ago. A controversy began with the political correct movement that was taking place in Memphis, and Forrest became a lightning rod.
They created a nonprofit group, a puppet organization, went in there in the middle of the night and removed the statue in violation of a number of laws.
Even if the statue got put back up, it wouldn't last a week. Why don't we move on?
There's no one alive today that could tell us where General Forrest and Mrs. Forrest were buried.
As we were digging away the dirt from in front of the statue, we discovered a flower cradle, and it said N.B. Forrest, 1877. We uncovered both the vaults, and they were side by side.
So can you raise it just a little bit more so we can get the scrap? That's good. A little bit more.
Recognizing the enormity of the history that's involved with this, I wanted to make sure that it was done right.
This is one of those things that you can't fail on. You can't just halfway do this. You have to be invested. You have to go with it with all your heart and soul. We're here to remember a hero, not just of the South, but an American warrior. The line is drawn now. This is not just an attack on Confederate or Southern history. It's an attack on American history.
Hey everybody, can you hear me out there in SCV chat land? Hope everybody's having a great evening. Live here at the National Confederate Museum for the premiere and red carpet event for the Forrest Homecoming movie, standing here under the Mississippi flag. And out here just checking out some of the great new improvements that we have here as far as the display goes. And of course, there is our wonderful stained glass corporate logo. Looks really great in here. A lot of changes have happened since the last time I was here. It's absolutely, it's great. And definitely tomorrow, if you are planning on coming to the National Pilgrimage, definitely come on out. It'll be a great day. Tonight's going to be a great night. We're waiting for the special folks to show up. Really quickly, I'm going to walk over here to a special person that we've seen before on the show, maybe in the background walking through. Let me come and grab him. Well, he's done disappeared on us, or else I would grab him. Anyway, and so we have a couple of different feeds set up for tonight. Moose, who's sitting behind the scenes, we're kind of going to be swapping jobs over. Moose, do you see me in front of our static view? Bring up the static view, Moose. Moose, bring up the static. Good heart, good, yeah. So we have two views. We've got the static view here in front of the Step and Peep for those that are coming in. Hola. We've got Matt Singleton with us. Didn't think we'd have him. Glad to see him. And then we've got our roving video that we're walking around with. So yeah, we're doing that. Looking at the great stuff that the gift shop has to offer. Bunch of changes and stuff. So we'll be coming in and out periodically, at least with roving view. Static view we'll try to keep up. Everybody, hope you enjoy this evening. I know we will. We'll be grabbing some folks and doing some interviews within a couple minutes. So y'all just keep on, Moose. Every so often play us one of our wonderful Faces ads. Okay, so Moose has finally gotten the message and we're up. So I'm here with Commander-in-Chief Larry McClooney. 4 minutes before the doors open. Commander-in-Chief was just talking about how he's a little bit nervous, but what else are you feeling about this red carpet premiere?
Oh man, this is such a big project that's finally coming together, and cannot wait for everybody to see the movie. I'm sorry that not everybody is here to see it, but after tonight, the movie will be available for sale tomorrow, and hopefully everybody in the organization will end up purchasing the movie itself, because it is a work of art. It really is. After seeing it for the first time, I am just shocked and surprised how well it is.
Well, I can't wait to see my copy of it, and I can't wait to see it at 7 o'clock tonight when it actually premieres. We will not be showing it. You'll have to get your copy, but I'm looking forward to it. If it's anything like the other Jamie Matthew productions that we've seen, if this is the only one so far that you've been in that you haven't died.
That's right.
So we're excited about that, but
not only that, it's Jamie just did such a wonderful job on this. It tells the story from excavation finally to the end of burial, and hopefully everybody will enjoy it tonight. And I know everybody's going to go back home afterwards and talk about it. It's really going to boost it up, and that's going to boost up sales right there as well.
Well, I hope we'll have a part 2 soon coming out with the re-erection of the monument, and more information about that will be coming out, of course, via the Telegraph and SCV chat as it's available. But Commander, I appreciate you being here. I think you're going to go greet some of the folks in the line.
Yeah, and I appreciate you being here.
Oh, yeah, well, y'all kind of ordered.
And good luck.
All right. No, it's break a leg. All right, that was the Commander-in-Chief, Larry McClooney. We'll be right back as soon as we get some more people in. Moose, do me a favor and play us one of our Faces ads, okay?
I've always been proud of my Confederate ancestry, but I never pursued becoming a member of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. It all changed in 2017 when I saw New Orleans take down their Confederate statues. Those monuments come down really lit a fire inside of me, and came to the conclusion I needed to join the Sons of Confederate Veterans. It's a domino effect. We give in on this, it's just a matter of time before they start taking down Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. We need to draw the line in the sand right now. These are our Confederate monuments, these are our Southern heroes, and you're not going to take them down. Our museum is going to be funded 100% by the Sons of Confederate Veterans. The history, the narrative that we present will be the narrative that we write, so it will be our story, our museum. Right now, if we do not protect our heritage and present it as it truly was, it's going to be lost forever. We're going to tell the true story here. I'm Adam Southern, and I'm a proud descendant of Private Alfred D. Southern, a Confederate veteran.
All right, so we're back again really quickly, having a little bit of difficulty. But we're here with the Chief of Staff of the Commander-in-Chief. If y'all watched some of our coverage from the National Reunion, y'all saw Daryl Maples. If you don't know Daryl Maples, you need to get to know him. Great guy, love him to death. We'll kiss him on his forehead, but I don't think his wife would appreciate it.
She ain't here. Don't do it.
All right, we're not going to do it. Daryl, how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm just ready to have a ball. Long time coming. This is something special.
So, have you seen a copy of it?
I have not. I did not want to see it till I was here.
Well, this is going to be a hopefully a good evening for you. I know you got Herb. I know you got Herb Turner sitting back there with you. He's kind of hiding in the behind the scenes. That's $50 a ticket for that.
Yes, sir.
To see behind the scenes.
To see behind the scenes.
I know it's not worth it.
We've got to tell the folks watching though. They got to come back to this museum.
The improvements are dramatic. Dramatic.
They really are.
It's very, very special. We are a museum now, and it's a Confederate museum. It's
Yes,
awesome.
it is. Yes, it is. Adam and the staff down here have done a fantastic job. So
We should be very proud.
anyway, we're gonna let you go back to
Right,
the video and let you go back to slapping Moose around for me.
I'll do the
And
best.
Harrison, go ahead and bring up the video again of the red carpet for us.
All right.
This is the camera that has the volume cut off my phone.
Hey, everybody, Moose here. And with the father of Moose, James Earl Jones, Conway Twitty of the SCV, Sam Elliott, really. I mean, he's really all the above, my father.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. All right. Daddy's excited to go ahead and get on in there, man. He hauled some tail. He left me. But with that, I do have another interesting guest. I believe he is known by many as a legend, and obviously the Ric Flair of style of the SCV. Past Commander-in-Chief.
The GQ.
The GQ?
GQ.
I like that. I like that. Well, Commander, I'm glad to see you here. And what does this event mean to you?
It means reliving the reinterment all over again.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, just looking forward to it.
Oh, yes, sir, and so am I. And, most people remember that this whole event started, the ball started rolling during your administration.
Exactly.
So this has to be kind of...
3.5 years ago, yeah.
Yes, sir, this has to be a good night for you.
It's a very good night. Yeah.
Well, yes, sir, I'm glad
And
to
we
hear
got one more thing to do, and that, of course, will be putting up the statue and the monument and the pedestal. Everything will be completed by then.
Oh, yes, sir.
So.
And I cannot wait for that. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the room in a bit. All right, everybody, I'm here with the world famous Kennedy twins. Now, just like what Carl says, I don't know which one. I get confused.
I'll make it easy for you.
Okay.
I'm the good-looking Kennedy twin.
Okay, Mr. Donnie. There he is.
Absolutely right.
Well, I'm happy to see you here, sir. And what does tonight mean to you, and what is this stepping us forward into?
Well, this is looking into the future. It's not looking into the past. We're looking at why Nathan Baker Forrest did what he did and what we can do to promote the cause for which he and our Confederate ancestors struggled for. This is the beginning of the future. The future belongs to us, and we're taking it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I mean, Mr. Donnie is brilliant with words. And I can't say much, but I can say that inspired me. Of course, it's going to pick that up. I'm here with the Candyman, messing with him. Happy that Candyman is here in his all blue suit.
All blue.
He makes the world taste good with that suit, man.
How it works.
I'm glad Candyman's here. Oh, we're just taking some
Just
live
get some
action
action
pictures here,
shots.
man. But Candyman, I've been asking everybody, what does today mean to you as an SCV Chat crew member and an employee up here at HQ?
It's a big day for us. I mean, it means a lot simply because we brought Forrest here. Now we have Forrest here. The DVD's finally out. We're doing it right. The museum's coming along. This is just kind of a celebration of what we've been doing. I mean, it means so much to the organization. Look at this place, man. I mean, when you go inside, we're getting stuff every day. It's amazing.
Yeah, and y'all have done some magnificent work in the museum. And, of course, for those who don't know, Candyman has done a wonderful job with our gift shop.
I've been working.
It looks completely different, new, and might I say even re-energized.
Yeah. It helped me a lot when I put the flags up, man. I was.
Yeah, let me see. There's some flags.
Pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah, me too. They're beautiful.
Looks good,
Candyman. Yeah, he got us the first national, second national, third national,
Logo
SCV flag, Army of
Northern
Virginia,
Army of
Tennessee, and
Army of
Transit.
Transit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's right.
All right. Well, thank you, Candyman, for your time.
You're welcome,
you go
man.
enjoy it,
Anytime.
brother, and I'll see you in there shortly.
Brother, thank you.
Get it on. All right, everybody. I'm here with Mr. Nathan Forrest. Mr. Nathan, what does tonight mean to you?
It means a lot. I want to learn a lot more about my ancestors and meeting a lot of new family members. And went to the birthplace yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
And took a tour and came up here through the museum yesterday. Didn't come to the reburial, but been talking with Lee Miller a whole lot, trying the Memphis deal, and so sending a lot of letters to him to give to the attorney and fighting for that.
Yes.
Glad to see we got the statue.
Glad to see we got a good win.
Yep.
We got a statue in a place where your ancestors can be honored.
That's right. That's what I wanted.
Well, I'm happy for you, sir, and hope you enjoy the show.
All right, thank you.
I'm super short.
Yeah. All right. What is tonight? What does tonight mean?
Well, of course, this is family, so it means a lot to me for everybody doing this. And, you know, I was worried for everything that's been going on in the past year.
Help you out.
Thanks. I'm short. Yep, a Scottish come short packages.
Oh, but yeah, no, I think I could speak for you. I understand. Well, I don't understand completely, but of course, you know, all that stress that went into making sure the general was safe and getting him into a place where he'll be respected for generations to come.
And then we can come see them in a safe environment now. I don't have to worry about looking behind my shoulders.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. Thank you.
Thanks.
What? Well, I can. And it doesn't realize I have a button.
You're blown away.
All right, so I'm here with Bruce and Alice. If you haven't met Bruce and Alice, you've never been to a national reunion. I do not think I've been to a national reunion. I haven't made it. That's one thing I love about the SCV is our extended family all throughout the Confederation. How does this red carpet, this premiere of this documentary, how does it make y'all feel?
It's proud, very proud.
Excited. We were so happy to be part of the day, and I'm really excited to see how the pictures turn out, the film.
Yeah. Well, everybody's saying that it's like reliving the crowning moment of the SCV again, and I would say that's the same way I feel, and I'm sure y'all feel the same way as well.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all could tell, but Bruce is actually breaking out the tartan tonight.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good night. Anytime we get to see Bruce's knees. All right, Moose. I want to turn it back over to y'all for the just the basic thing. I'm gonna try to track down Bo Shears really quickly. Oh yeah. Right here really quickly. and I'm going to try to reach my short little arms out. Not as short as your little arms is, T-Rex. So here we are out here on the red carpet. Well,
Off the red carpet.
off the red.
It's
that
kind of
sounds
like
a bad
being,
movie.
yeah, it's kind of like being off Broadway.
Yeah, exactly. We're not good enough for the red carpet. We're here with Jay Bo, Lieutenant Commander in Chief. If you've ever watched SCV Chat, you've probably seen him. If you read your veteran, you've definitely seen a picture of him. Jay Bo, how do you feel about tonight?
This has been a long time coming. This has been a very anxious moment for quite some time. Knowing what we did back in September and the preparation we had to go through for September, and the fact that it got delayed, it was supposed to have been in May the year before, and it got delayed for over a year. It just seemed like this was one of those moments that was never going to happen, but here we are. This is definitely one of those very, very good days that it is great to be a member of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. Today is one of those days that makes you proud to be Southern, to be a descendant of a Confederate veteran. This is one of those moments where all of us are going to come together as one, and we're going to show our ancestors all of the love and affection that they deserve. And this moment has been a very long time coming, and I am very honored to have been a part of it.
And you're running for some little office, right?
I will let somebody else talk about that. One thing I have found out, I'm a lousy politician. One of the things I just want to do is I just want to get the job done. There's a job that needs to be done, and I'm just willing to do the job. If the gentlemen of this organization feel that I am who they want to do the job, then I would be more than honored to do the job. Just that simple.
Where's your article on this last veteran? I haven't got mine yet.
You know what? I can't remember.
I'll have to read it to find out.
You go, well, the thing, I'll be honest with you. We have to write those things 2 months in advance. I've already written my next one, which is going to be going to Frank within the next couple of days, and thank goodness for Frank Powell. He is a fantastic editor-in-chief. Love the man to death. He's as professional as you can get. When you write something 2 months ago, I got to be honest. After just written this one, I don't really remember what it was about, but I do remember one particular part of it, and that was where I talk about there seems to be something that is going on within this organization called "I am more Confederate than you," and it is where we kind of go at each other because everybody's trying to become more Confederate and show that they're more Confederate than anybody else. We will never be Confederate as those men. We will never be. We can't hold a candle to what they did. And so this whole thing about let's just try to outdo each other and show who's more Confederate. How about let's just support each other? How about let's just work together and make all of this work? We've got enough against us out there that we don't have to come after each other. We just need to stay out there, do the job, support each other, and let's not get drugged down by "I am more Confederate than you." I do remember that part of the article.
Well, hey, from his lips to your ears, I agree.
Yes, it just seems to be one of those things.
What do you think about the improvements SCV Chat's made in technology?
I am massively impressed. I don't know what to be more impressed of, that or the royal blue suit that Singleton is wearing right there. I mean, that is, look at that. That's Tidy Bow blue.
I call that electric blue.
Electric blue.
Smurf because he had to stick his finger in the light socket on that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you, what do you think about this?
So,
have you been inside the museum?
I have been inside the museum, and we're going to go roving through there in a little while. That's how we started the stream. We'll go rove a little bit more. I am really impressed with all the hard work that Adam, the staff, Army Commander Jimmy Hill has done. Everything that we're seeing now coming through fruition as far as the start of the timeline, everything like that. It's really making me proud of our organization. The other thing that we did today, and hopefully we can get some pictures up, is on behalf of SCV Chat, we brought those receipt books from the 1920s and 40s and gave them to Adam already.
Yeah.
So that's telling our history as an organization as well. So that's something really great.
Let me, if you don't mind, let me touch on something that I was speaking at a camp in Lebanon, Tennessee, the Robert Hatton Camp. And what the Robert Hatton Camp done, there was one of their camp members that documented every member of the camp and who their ancestor was, and compiled it into a book and then donated one of the books to the museum. Can you imagine what a resource that is going to be for somebody 10 years down the road, 50 years down the road, trying to compile who was whose ancestor, who was a member of this camp? It's like this book that he is talking about with the receipts. It is showing who the camp members are. So if somebody is out there and they're starting to compile this has been done, and this is actually a fantastic idea. Just to document each and every camp member and who their ancestors were, not only just those they went in, but all of their Confederate ancestors. I think it's a good idea.
All right, well, we're going to put it back on the mainstream and go roving some more.
There is a place, nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. And inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place
Okay, and Windswept Look, I'm here with my twin.
That's right.
I'm the sexier, younger version, remember? Here with Adam Southern, Executive Director. Adam, great job in the museum. Everybody's complimenting it. It looks fantastic. We're about to go do some roving in there so the folks can see. Really quickly, I know you were there and involved in the whole issues, leading up to the reburial and everything. How do you feel about tonight's preview?
Well, I think it's a great event. It's going to be reliving, this event that really took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from everybody. It wasn't just one day in September. This was months leading up to this event in September. And watching this video, I haven't seen the entire thing, but just what I've seen of it, you're going to see what took place behind the scenes and all the months leading up to this event.
Good.
And it's fantastic job. Jamie knocked it out of the park putting the video together, and I think everybody's going to be pleased with it. I am.
And it's an important part of our history.
Absolutely.
Faulkner said history is never a was, it's an is, and this is our history. So, anyway, Adam, I appreciate you taking the time out and not having a ham biscuit while we're doing this. And we'll holler at y'all later. I'm going to go rove. I think Matt's roving too. We may rove into each other.
I think so.
There is a place, nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. And inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs, a place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Oh, I'm live. It's me. It's me. It's Ernest T. That's right. That's elbow.
That's elbow.
We've seen elbow to elbow.
Yeah.
It's the hardest working woman in the Confederacy next to this one here. These two do more for this place than any other women. That's absolutely true. Don't you guys? Don't be bashful. Yes. You do more.
I've been on chat before as a spotlight.
That's right. Yeah. If y'all don't know, Kayla holds the spotlight for Adam when he's on.
When our power went out.
Yeah.
You guys having a good time? Enjoying the new stuff in the museum?
Sure.
We put some new stuff in there. You and I will talk this evening.
Huh?
You and I will talk this evening afterwards.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good, right?
Because you did see the pictures, right?
Yes. Yeah. All right, so again, pardon the windswept hair, but I wanted to show off a couple things here in the museum. You can't really see it because of the glare of the camera light, but well, I'll show off this one. So if you haven't seen it, this is actually the bed that General John Bell Hood stayed in before the Battle of Franklin. The museum has acquired it, and that's just one of the highlight pieces that we have here. We're currently walking through the area where all the divisions that send in flags have, those are on display. Missouri, Mississippi, Louisiana, that I'm walking by, Kansas, Colorado, Arkansas, Arizona. Walking through there, these are some displays on UCV memorabilia from when the UCV was around, as well as some original artifacts, other things like that. I mean, really, you know, us walking around and showing you what's here at your museum is not really a great representation. You really need to come out here and look for it yourself. So whenever you got a chance, come on out here to your museum at Historic Elm Springs in Columbia, Tennessee. It'll be well worth your time and effort to make it. I think Matt's lining up somebody for an interview, so I'm going to go ahead and pull myself off the stream and let Moose go ahead and go back to until Matt's ready.
There is a place, nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837 nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs. Come and discover your history.
Just go ahead and pull on my stream.
Okay, you go.
So maybe Moose can hear us.
Moose, can you hear us now?
Okay, evidently he can hear us.
We can hear?
So, okay, these are my people.
These are my people.
We claim it sometimes.
So y'all were here in September, and y'all been around since at least 1993 with the SCV.
Right.
How do y'all feel about tonight?
Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful. Everything is so beautiful. Yes, it is. It's very classy. It's wonderfully put together. If you're not here, you should be. It's really nice. Very nice.
All right, good deal. Well, thank y'all so much, and we'll be back.
I heard you. Oh, there we go. All right. Connecting. Why are you?
I think we're still live, by the way.
Are we?
Oh, yeah, there we are.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm sorry. We were working on this thing. I'm in the library. All right, Moose, we're live, right? Yeah. Come with me.
Lord have mercy.
How you feel about being here tonight?
I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I like your blue suit.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Paul?
Reincarnation of Elvis.
I know. Well,
Somebody
Elvis
like
couldn't wear it.
No, that's right.
He
Good
can
to
pull
see
this
you.
off.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
When my mother was in college, she danced with Confederate veterans. To me, it wasn't that far away. You know, my father knew this. My mother knew this. Almost 50 years ago, I joined the Sons of Confederate Veterans. In those days, we weren't concerned about saving monuments or any of those things. That wasn't necessary. In fact, none of us had any remote idea that it would ever come up. We can't just sit there and react. We have to be proactive. Or, as Robert E. Lee said, the best way to disrupt your enemy's plans is to strike first. Everyone should do all in his power to collect and disseminate the truth, in the hope that it may find a place in history and descend to posterity. History is not the relation of campaigns and battles and generals or other individuals, but that which shows the principles for which the South contended and which justified her struggle for those principles. If you're looking for some place to be where you think you're going to accomplish something to save our history, go to the Sons of Confederate Veterans.
got into the SCV after receiving an award back when I was in high school. I had no clue what the SCV was. All I knew was that it was a rebel flag and it was supposed to be racist. I decided I would go and look further into it. Everything that we're taught from a very young age is that the Confederacy was wrong. They were treasonous. But it turns out it wasn't just because the South had slaves. This was because of a very fundamental principle of big government. There's nothing more American than keeping the government in line. It's what we were bred to do. It comes down from 1776, Declaration of Independence. It's because we decided to keep a government that we deemed tyrannical in line. That's what the true definition of the cause is. Me being a young black American and being a part of the Sons of Confederate Veterans is a shock to a lot of people. The black Confederate soldier would have had to have been one of the hardest working soldiers there was. These are men who decided to take up a cause because in the end, it was their own cause. In fact, most owners wanted the slaves to stay back because that was how they were steadily making income. They made a choice to do something that was bigger than themselves. And that's why, as a black Confederate now, it is my duty that I owe them to do something greater than myself. Confederate history is American history, and you cannot separate the two. I am Sammy Travis, descendant of Private Benjamin Rowe, a Confederate veteran.
I am Rabbi Thomas Fortenberry. I'm a descendant of Isaac Fortenberry, a Confederate veteran. Many of the people in my family were veterans. As a military veteran, I served with the United States Army. It's important to veterans of all wars to remember those who have passed and what they did and what they suffered. Everyone who serves gives a part of themselves. The SCV is much a part of that. The SCV serves people, not only the people that are involved as members, but the community. My commitment to the SCV is a commitment to our heritage, our cause, not in a violent way nor aggressive way, simply in the way we live. Live what you believe. But in your defense, know in what you're defending and defend it truthfully.
I've not, but if anybody
May
heard that,
Yahovah bless you and keep you.
we're not going.
May Yahovah lift up his countenance upon you.
Yes, he is.
Crikey, if you look down the whole Well, for those that just missed it, y'all missed the crocodile hunter. Um, I was making fun of Jason as the crocodile. Hey, Mattress, show me your favorite part or favorite display here in the museum.
My favorite display.
Your favorite display in the museum. Do 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 do.
My favorite display in the museum.
All right, so the flag or the saddle?
The flag. So I was actually able to be part of the guys that went over to the Murray County Archives and pulled this out. And then we were able to get it from Murray County and display it here in the museum. And it's from Antoinette Polk's ride. Why it's one of my favorites? Because the chapter of OCR that we have is named Antoinette Polk's OCR. And this flag just speaks to me when I walk by it. Every time I walk by it, it speaks to me. This woman right here was a absolute heroine of the Confederacy. I love her to death. The story of her riding with the Yankees chasing her and getting the flag is well, the flag was presented to her by Nathan Bedford Forrest because he heard of her ride. This is an amazing piece. It's an amazing piece. It's traveled all the way to France and back to Murray County.
And that and thousands of other stories are told here at the National Confederate Museum at Elm Springs, the museum owned and operated by the Sons of Confederate Veterans. If you've not been up here, you're missing a ton. You need to come up here. You need to experience this and several other wonderful things. Our history is American history. We continue to say that every single week. And we also say that we're here to reclaim the narrative 1 week at a time. Well, the narrative reclamation starts here. Right here at the National Confederate Museum at Elm Springs. And if you're not supporting it financially, if you're not supporting it by coming up here and visiting, you really need to, because it's your museum. I'm speaking, of course, to the members of our organization. Of course, if you're not a member of the SCV, you can donate as well. But this is your museum. We're responsible for it. It's us, just like how we're responsible for defending the Confederate soldiers in
If
Vietnam.
you're not a member, definitely come here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because this is also our international headquarters, our general headquarters. We're back behind the refreshment area where we just were, are the staff offices where applications are processed, everything like that. Definitely, this is a place where you need to come and enjoy and learn about the true history of the Southland.
Absolutely. We're going to be live tomorrow, too, during the memorial service?
Yeah, we will be live tomorrow during the pilgrimage as well.
That will be awesome. You got to join us tomorrow. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a really big day.
Big day. Huge. It's going to be the biggest day ever.
Biggest day.
Out of all the days, this one's going to be huge.
Look at you looking all sticky. You look gorgeous. How are you? No, my mom came in.
So this is one thing that I am really proud of. It's the start of the timeline, talking about welcoming to the National Confederate Museum. It has our charge on there and everything else. This is the very first thing that visitors are going to.
Have you told them about these?
Well, I just started about these.
So these are going to go all the way around.
Right.
Well, like this is the timeline. I'm super excited for it. Oh, you want me to get on this?
No, well, yeah.
Super excited for it. Thank you. So, yeah, we're excited about it.
I don't know why I just turned it around looking at that way. Yeah, Matt's still working. But yeah, so this is going to be all the way around. This empty area you see right here is actually going to have a video screen in there explaining, welcome, different areas going from 1607 all the way through to modern day. We'll have those videos explaining things for, how we feel about it from the Constitution all the way to, modern day. All right. Well, what time is it, Matt? Not quite 7 o'clock.
I don't know. They don't have a timer. We'll see here.
6:51. We got 9 more minutes before the movie starts. We're going to walk around the front up there, show the crowd a little bit. Give me a quick second. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the light around so y'all can see. Hold on 1 second. All right, so like I said, walking around now. I don't know if you can hear me. Turn the lights. I didn't turn the mic for it. Looking around, this is some of the stuff we've talked about as far as the information on the revivals and into the Army. As you see here, as far as the crowd that we've got, is some of the display information. The cyclorama All right, hopefully y'all can hear me better now. Of course, if you've been watching the video, kind of the highlight of that we have here is the casket that General Forrest was originally buried in. He was, of course, moved, and his remains moved into a new casket, but we have that and some pieces of Mary Ann's before she was moved. All right. So we're about to flip on to Matt here in a second so he can interview Ed Phillips, attorney at law. He was the attorney for the cases.
It started about 3 years ago. A controversy began with the political correct movement that was taking place in Memphis, and Forrest became a lightning rod.
They created a nonprofit group, a puppet organization, went in there in the middle of the night and removed the statue in violation of a number of laws.
Even if the statue got put back up, it wouldn't last a week. It'd be vandalized, destroyed, and that's when they started thinking about, well, why don't we move them?
We knew we had to move them to Middle Tennessee. We had to move them to the place where Forrest was born.
Somebody give me a yes or no. Go and check. I know. Well, we may have to use my camera. Well, I mean, we're getting a sound issue. Somebody out there in chat land, can you hear us? Josh, is that a yes? You can hear us? Josh, can you hear me? Please type in, yes, I can hear you. That's all we need. Is not just yes, we need I can hear you.
But I down a marshmallow. Were you filming me while I was eating?
I wasn't. I think you were filming yourself.
Oh, my bad, your fault.
No. Hey, Phillips!
Hey.
Come here.
What? Yeah, I'll let you, baby. All right. What we do this? Well, let's go. Yeah, we'll do that. All right.
Be right back with Ed Phillips. All right, everybody, give me a quick second to move the camera, my mic back around. All right, so we want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening for the live coverage of the Forrest Homecoming movie documentary presentation. We just got the announcement really quickly. They're about to start up and start playing the movie. So we're going to end our stream here. But remember, tomorrow we will be back broadcasting all the great things here at the National Confederate Museum with the National Confederate Memorial Service and Pilgrimage. Thank you to everybody who was on the stream tonight. Thank you, Moose, for filling in and doing some interviews, as well as working hard as ever behind the scenes. I see your hand right there in the library. We're going to end it here. Moose, I'm going to ask that you play the video one last time, the teaser, because we're about to premiere the movie. Thank you again, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
It started about 3 years ago. A controversy began with the political correct movement that was taking place in Memphis, and Forrest became a lightning rod.
They created a nonprofit group, a puppet organization, went in there in the middle of the night and removed the statue in violation of a number of laws.
Even if the statue got put back up, it wouldn't last a week. It'd be vandalized, destroyed, and that's when they started thinking about, well, why don't we move them?
We knew we had to move them to Middle Tennessee. We had to move them to the place where Forrest was born.